This is a Lion King question, which I really want to hear, especially Adam's take on this.
No.
But with The Lion King back in spotlight again, are you guys, especially Adam, aware that the original Lion King is accused of being a rip-off of Kimba the White Lion? It features shockingly similar characters, themes, shots, etc. Matthew Broderick even admits he thought he was originally making a movie about Kimba. What do you guys think about plagiarism in movies, and how much influence can a filmmaker take before it becomes plagiarism?
I did not know that.
Oh, you didn't? I thought that was common knowledge.
At all.
I know about it, but I've
No.
never researched it.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I just saw Lion King this year, so the original.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I'm a little out of date with the Lion King.
There's
stuff,
a ton of
but-
YouTube videos on it. I've never really delved into it. I've seen some interviews from some of the original creators of Kimba talking about how they went to the theaters and just like beat after beat, they were like, oh fuck, I think they ripped off our movie just as it keeps going. But from what I understand about it, even though I haven't seen the original Kimba, there are still two very different movies, even if there are a lot of similarities. Is it plagiarism? There's a very high likelihood that you could consider it plagiarism for sure, especially considering what other works of art have already been considered plagiarism. I think sometimes it's totally unfair, like that recent ruling with Katy Perry's Dark Horse. I think that was just fucking bullshit, and that jury is a bunch of idiots. But it's definitely a different film. What I appreciate about The Lion King, I doubt I would find in Kimba. Like Jeremy Irons' voice acting, Hans Zimmer's score, like it's not the same animation. Like, so what I love about The Lion King, I don't think I'm going to find in Kimba, but I'll still watch it someday and see, how if it would change my opinion. I don't think it's going to make me love The Lion King any less. But I do think that based on what I've heard, it's very likely that it could be considered plagiarism in a court of law if it ever went to court. But nobody's going to take Disney to court over that. So
some of the most famous films of all time supposedly are plagiarized from other sources. A lot of the time, Asia, whether it be The Matrix or Inception, The Hunger Games to a certain extent. Loads of movies like that.
Star Wars with The Hidden Fortress. That's a big one.
Avatar as well is a big one.
Yeah, Avatar.
Loads of films like that are just like a combination of things from the past, and it's I guess it's just a case by case of how egregious is it compared to like an original, the original piece that is being claimed.
It's hard to differentiate. You know what they say is there's like 7 basic plots. It's only 7 stories, and we just keep retelling the same ones. But as long as there's like a visual style or like some aspect to it that's unique.
Some voice,
Yeah. Like I've seen movies that have like the same plots, but they're told visually very
completely different.
And I'm like, oh, that was very interesting actually. I enjoyed that. Oblivion with a moon.
I'll bring up the comparison between like Under the Skin and Species again. It's as long as the movie has something that it wants to say and it's different. I don't think it really matters if it's like the same plot beats or something like that. Just in the same way that I don't think it matters if a song has the same drum beat. Like there's a reason why you can't copyright drum beats. It's because there's only so many you can do, right? So in terms of structure for narratives, I almost feel like it's the same way. Not to say that there's no new original stories being made ever, but I feel as though as long as the film is different, as long as though it's going for something different and it offers a different experience, then you can say that you were inspired by something, as long as you're not just trying to create the same experience as what you're inspired by or ripping off, I guess.
Yeah, virtually every film is going to come from a point of reverence to classics that they grew up on, like Chris Nolan with Interstellar. Clearly 2001 is a big inspiration to him, like, but it's a fresh new, it's his original voice taking ideas and themes from these kind of movies. And
Inception is certainly not the same as Paprika.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about Edgar Wright so much, is how he's clearly, his inspiration is very obvious in his films, and a lot of the time they're literally in the films, whether it be on TV screens or referenced by characters, but he uses it as a sort of jump off point to create a new story with references in a similar way to what Tarantino likes to do, but with his own spin and energy. And like Edgar Wright and Tarantino do a similar thing, but they're so unique that it works, and you don't it doesn't bother you that they're referencing stuff all the time, unless it's Death Proof, debatably.
Yeah.
Ralph.
Oh, well, you guys said... I guess we got nothing more to
Yeah, we
say.
pretty
You guys
much did
basically
it.
said everything, yeah.
Okay.